Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News broadcast to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, the IDF pledges to unceasingly hunt down Hamas leaders and operatives who participated in the October 7th massacre. Iran, Russia, and China hold a joint naval exercise in the Gulf of Oman. The Iranian proxy Ansarallah, which is dominated by the Houthi tribe, persists in its unwavering attacks against commercial shipping in the Red Sea. The Israel Defense Forces continue to eliminate Hamas operatives and degrade terror infrastructure throughout the northern, central, and southern parts of the Gaza Strip. Moreover, in a yet-to-be-corroborated outcome of an attack, the IDF and ISA increasingly believe that a targeted strike had successfully eliminated arch-terrorist Marwan Issa, deputy head and strategic mastermind of Hamas's Izz al-Din al-Qassam brigades.
אנחנו עדיין בוחנים את תוצאות התקיפה וטרם התקבל אימות סופי לגביהן. ובכל זאת חשוב לעדכן שבלילה שבין שבת לראשון, בפעולה משותפת של צה"ל ושב"כ, תקפו מטוסי קרב מתחם תת-קרקעי של בכירי חמאס במרכז רצועת עזה במרחב נוצירת. המתחם שימש שניים מבכירי הארגון. מרואן איסה, שהוא סגנו של מוחמד דף, ואחד ממתכנני הטבח ב7 באוקטובר, מרואן איסה הוא חלק ממשולש הטרור המרכזי ברצועת עזה, שמורכב גם ממוחמד דף ויחיא סינואר. נוסף אליו במתחם היה רזי אבו תמה. רזי אבו תמה שימש בעבר כמפקד חטיבת מחנות המרכז, והוא היום משמש כמי שאחראי על כל אמצעי הלחימה של חמאס בעזה. לצידם במנהרה שהו מחבלים נוספים.
Admiral Hagari further asserted, according to all of the intelligence indications at the IDF's disposal, no hostages were present in the referred to subterranean complex at the time of the attack. Moreover, while the intelligence community continues to evaluate the success of its latest attack, Admiral Hagari voiced an unequivocal pledge vis-à-vis the Islamist Hamas. While the Muslim-observed month of Ramadan entered into its second day, Admiral Hagari unveiled that a joint operation by the IDF's elite Duvdevan unit, in cooperation with ISA and Border Police Special Operators, managed to thwart an act of terror emanating out of the northern Samaria region.
ביהודה ושומרון, כלל גופי הביטחון פועלים מסביב לשעון בשיתוף פעולה הדוק כחלק מהערכות לרמדאן. לפני זמן קצר, לוחמי דובדבן, שב"כ ומשטרת ישראל סיכלו מחבל שיצא מג'נין והיה בדרכו לשטח ישראל לבצע פיגוע בטווח הזמן המיידי שעליו גם נשק וגם מטען מוכן להפעלה. אנחנו נמשיך לסכל את הטרור בכל מקום ביהודה ושומרון ובכל הגבולות. במקום לאפשר רמדאן עם הפסקת אש הומניטרית, חמאס בחר במודע לסכל כל ניסיון להגיע להסכמה אשר תביא לשחרור חטופים, להפוגה בלחימה ולאפשרות לקיים רמדאן שקט בעזה. חמאס בחר אחרת. חמאס מנסה כעת להעביר את השטח, בין היתר באמצעות שימוש בתעמולה שקרית והסתה בדגש על הרשתות החברתיות. אנחנו פרוסים בשטח בכוחות רבים להגנה, ופעולות הסיכול שלנו יהיו מוגברות מול כל ניסיונות הפיגוע. אנחנו פועלים קודם כל ומעל הכל כדי לשמור על הביטחון, אבל גם לצד הרצון שלנו לאפשר חופש פולחן ברמדאן במגבלות הביטחוניות והבטיחותיות.
While Israel works tirelessly to confront the threats of terror, the U.S. Annual Threat Assessment Report of the U.S. intelligence community was published and subsequently deliberated at a hearing of the U.S. Senate Select Committee on Intelligence. In contrast to previous years, however, and in what was characterized by former U.S. intelligence officials as highly irregular, the declassified document questioned Netanyahu's viability as a leader, as well as his governing coalition, noting the possibility of a different and more moderate government. And while as noted, such assessments in public setting are highly irregular, particularly when deliberating a democratically elected government of an allied nation that is embroiled in war, The chairman of the U.S. Senate's Committee on Intelligence, namely Mark Warner, used the document's irregular assessment as a prelude to his personal contempt and that of the leadership of the Biden administration for Premier Netanyahu's unrelenting policy, which quite evidently frustrates President Joe Biden.
And as we convene this hearing, we also face continued instability in the Middle East. The horrific terrorist attacks against Israel civilians by Hamas on October 7th have been followed by an incursion by Israel that has cost an estimated 30,000 Palestinians their lives. And while Iran and its key partners, such as Hezbollah, appeared to be deterred from widening the conflict for now, other Iranian proxies, such as the Houthis in Yemen and Iraqi Shia militias, have attempted to expand their conflict and drag in our country. At the same time, Israel's war against Hamas has shown the difficulty of using military force alone to eradicate a non-state actor embedded in a civilian population, especially one that has been so adept at using underground tunnels. And I worry that Prime Minister Netanyahu's conduct in the war threatens to undermine support for Israel in the long term, including in the United States. This international support has been key to Israel's security.
While the wording of this year's intelligence assessment clearly took into consideration the policies pursued by the Biden administration, Vice Chairman of the Committee on Intelligence, Mark Rubio, pushed back on efforts to distance the Islamic Republic of Iran from the decision by Hamas to launch its deadly onslaught on October 7th.
In the case of Iran, they want to export their Shia Islamic revolution to the entire Middle East. And the problem with this is two things standing in their way: the State of Israel and the United States of America. And so that is why they have proxy groups in places like Syria, in Iraq, in Lebanon, in Yemen, in Gaza, who they use for their purposes. One of their purposes is to use these groups now to attack Americans so that we will say it's not worth the trouble, we need to get out of there. And once we leave, then they'll move on Jordan and on Bahrain. Then they'll make Israel an unlivable place. And ultimately, their ambitions are the entire region and most of the Gulf kingdoms. That's why I think it's a mistake to view the horrific events of October 7th as simply the latest iteration of a long-standing Israeli-Palestinian problem. It is deeply tied to the head of this snake, and the head of this snake is in Iran and in Tehran.
Meanwhile, CIA Director Bill Burns, in his testimony, reported to the Intelligence Committee on his latest efforts to hammer out an outline for a ceasefire that would include the release of roughly 40 hostages.
For the last few months, since the last hostage return and ceasefire in the latter part of November, the president's been working very hard to try to renew that process. And I've traveled 8 times to meet with my Israeli, Egyptian, and Qatari partners, and returned most recently on Saturday night from the last such trip. What's on the table right now is a potential agreement that has 3 main elements. The first would be the return of about 40 hostages. These are the remaining women hostages, older men, and hostages who are wounded or seriously ill, as the first step, as the first phase toward the return of all of the hostages, which I know the president is deeply committed. And that would be in return for a defined number of Palestinian prisoners held by the Israelis. The second element is a ceasefire of at least 6 weeks, again, as the first step toward what might be more enduring arrangements over time. And then the third element would be a major surge in humanitarian assistance, which under the circumstances of a ceasefire could actually be distributed effectively to people who so deeply need them. So we're going to continue to work hard at this. I don't think anybody can guarantee success. What I think you can guarantee is that the alternatives are worse. For innocent civilians in Gaza who are suffering under desperate conditions, for the hostages and their families who are suffering also under very desperate conditions, and for all of us.
While deliberations at the Committee on Intelligence hearing focused primarily on threats emanating from the southern border of the United States, China, Russia, and to a lesser degree the Islamic Republic of Iran, The three latter actors held a naval exercise in the Gulf of Oman in what Moscow, Beijing, and Tehran highlighted aims to bolster maritime cooperation with a shared future in mind.
这次联演有助于加强中伊俄海军之间交流合作，进一步展示共同维护海上安全、积极构建海洋命运共同体的意愿和能力。
While Russia, China, and Iran speak of jointly maintaining maritime security, Tehran's proxy in Yemen continues to target international maritime shipping, essentially causing extensive disruptions to freedom of navigation in the strategic Strait of Bab el-Mandeb and adjacent waterways. A ship tracker on the London Stock Exchange Group's official website showed the path of the targeted Pinocchio vessel in the Red Sea, where it appears to have taken a U-turn after reaching the southern boundary of the Red Sea, namely near the coast of Yemen. Thank you for watching TV7 Israel News. It is important to highlight that TV7 Israel is a donation-based non-profit ministry with all of our productions available free of charge. Therefore, we would appreciate it if you would consider making a donation, and you can do so by visiting our website at www.tv7israelnews.com. Separately, I'd like to encourage you, pray for the peace of Jerusalem and salvation of Israel. I'm Jonathan Hessen wishing you an Erev Mevorach, and God willing, we'll see you during our upcoming TV7 Israel updates. Until then, Shalom from Jerusalem.